All right, so they got the new hotfix 2 deployment for MINDSEYE. So let's dive into it. Let's see what's new. Okay, and let's see if this is going to make any difference at all, which I doubt it will make any difference. And I'll tell you reason why. But first, let's go through the list of quote unquote things that they have improved, things that they have fixed, which to me personally, this really is not going to make much of a difference. And I'll explain why. But let's see what they have fixed over here. All right, so this is Hot Fix 2 that was released on June 18th, which would be Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. All right, so dear community, Hotfix 2 it's now fully deployed on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Our priority remains listening to our community and addressing key concerns raised in your feedback and deploying subsequent patches in a timely manner. Yeah, how about giving us the ability to publish our built worlds that I spent 11 hours working on? How about giving us the ability to hop on from one car to another car? How about giving us the ability to create our own character? There's a list, a laundry list of things they're missing in your game. I don't know how much this hotfix 2 is really going to help. Alright, so this is what it is. Let's see. Patch notes for all platforms. This includes, consoles and PC. PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So let's see. Alright, let's see. Continued performance improvements related to CPU, GPU, and memory use. Fixed an issue with AI vehicle collisions. Fixes to some issues that caused the game to crash. Resolved the situation where players could get a mission failed during a cinematic in Doxed mission. The Red Sky car can no longer be destroyed during a cinematic. The buggy springs contract correctly and tire spin during driving with motion blur off. Removed an invisible collider that blocked the progress in the new companion mission. Fixed an issue with the vehicle despawning at the objective, a new companion mission. Fixed an issue where the DPR and Delta 45 weapons were becoming attached to each other. Addressed VFX sparks appearing to bright and damaged drones. What is this? Rectified AI characters holding weapons. Rectified AI characters holding weapons at a 90-degree angle. Correct visuals of some male characters models. Deformation. Yeah, deformations when hit by vehicles. So it just looks like that they fixed the technical issues, the glitches. And apparently they're improving the performance. But this is not going to save this game. These fixes, yeah, cool. It would be nice if that's all they had to worry about. If technical issues was the only issue surrounding this game, it wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't be asking for a refund. No one would be asking for a refund. The reason people are asking for a refund, it's because this game has no wheels, no engine, no windows, no doors, and it has no exhaust and has no trunk either. How do you expect me to play this game if it's missing so many things? So even if all of these technical issues are fixed, if that was the only issue, well, I wouldn't be making the video about this. No one would be complaining, because we know that the games can be patched, they can be fixed, technical issues can be resolved. That's not the problem here. The technical issues is not the problem here. Every game has technical issues, but that's always fixed with the patch updates. The issue with this game, it's not the technical issues. The issue with this game is the game is unfinished. Once you finish a single player mode, there's really nothing else to do. The build mode doesn't work. You can't publish the world that you created and shared with others. Those short missions that they slapped together are boring and uninteresting. And there's no point of playing them, to be honest. And then the free roam, it's a complete joke. The free roam in MINDSEYE, it's a complete joke. It's a laughable joke. It's what it is. So, but anyway, let's go check it out. Let's see. Maybe they fixed the build mode. We'll see. All right, let's start the game. I'm just curious to see. I just want to see how it runs. So we're going to start the game. Guys, the technical issues, it's not the problem. The problem is this game, it's unfinished. They sold us a unfinished game. That's the whole point here. That's the point that everybody's trying to come across. You know? Who doesn't understand this point? Well, trolls, trolls, they're not even gamers. They're just trolls. So don't pay attention to trolls. And don't feed the trolls, number one. Number two, who cares? We, the gamers, we care because we, put our hard-earned cash into this game. We trusted, built a Rocket Boy. We trusted Leslie Benzes. And what has he done? He sold us a unfinished game. Like I said, you're selling me a game. It's as equal as if I sold you a house without a roof, without an air conditioning, without electricity, and without running water. Are you going to go and move into that house? Are you going to buy that house? Of course not. So it's kind of the same thing here. The only difference here is they promised us a house with a roof, a running water, electricity, air condition. And when we came in to move into the house, nothing was there. Everything was missing. So this is a scam. This is a scam. I mean, I don't know how else to call MINDSEYE other than a scam. Honestly. And if people cannot see this for what it is, then that's on you. That's on you, But anyway, let's see how bad it is. All right. Let's see these improvements. Let me try a build mode. Let's see if my world has been published. No, nothing. Dude, it's been 10 days and my world hasn't been published yet. Wow. Are there any worlds out there that have been published? Anyway, let's see. Let's see how smooth this is, huh? "30 frames on a 1080p? Oh my god. They fixed nothing. They fixed nothing, man. This game is dead, bro. I mean, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. This game is dead. I'm on a 1080p, bro. 1080p resolution with a performance deep learning super sampling, which is also 1080p. And my graphics settings are on medium. They're set on medium. And look at my frames per second. Look at my frames per second. 30 frames per second. Really, dude? They fixed nothing. It's still bad. Man, they can't even fix technical issues. How they gonna implement all the other features, man? .48 frames. Really, dude? I'm on a 1440p, dude. I have an i9 processor. I have an i9 processor with a 4070, and the graphics are set to medium. Medium settings on the graphics, resolution 1440p, deep learning super sampling set to performance, and I'm getting what, 40 frames, 30 to 40 frames. So they can't even get this right. How are they gonna get all the other features implemented into this game? Man, this game is dead. It's on a life support. It's on a life support, man. Too bad I cannot get a refund on this garbage. Wow. And look at the graphics. What kind of a mirror is that? What kind of a rear view mirror is that? You can't see nothing. Wow, dude. I've seen Roblox. Listen, man. I've seen Roblox play better than this. I've seen Roblox games play better than this. Look at this. 43, 41 frames. Wow. It's bad, dude. It's... Nothing new. Nothing new here, man. Same old, same old. Man, too bad I cannot refund this crap. Yeah, nothing here. Yeah. This game is dead, man. Um, this game is beyond saving. All right, this game is just beyond saving. There's nothing here. Yeah, forget this game. All right. Honestly, I mean, this is just like forget it. It's on a life support, and how long is it going to stay on a life support? Like I said, they can't even get the technical issues fixed. They can't even get the performance right. How the hell are they going to get all the other stuff included? And do you really think that the IO Interactive, like I was telling somebody earlier on the comments, do you really think the IO Interactive is going to stay with this game and put the money investment and give them the money to continue funding this failed project? No, they will focus their funding elsewhere, like the new James Bond game, right? First Light. That's what they're focused on. That's where they'll put the money. And the Hitman game, of course, the new Hitman game. But they're not going to invest money into this failed project. Okay, so just forget it. This yeah, this game it's on a life support. It's think of it like a ICU, intensive care unit. Think of MINDSEYE that's on a life support on a ICU, intensive care unit, and it's on a life support. How long they're gonna keep it on life support, I don't know. We haven't heard anything from Leslie Benzes, and yeah, man, forget about this. Just I'm done with this game, dude. Don't don't expose yourself to this kind of crap, you know. All right, it's just too bad that Steam Valve doesn't want to give people a refund, man, because this is the exception. You got to make a rule to the exception because they scammed us. All right, if this game didn't scam us, if this game had everything that they promised us, then yeah, I understand. You know, if you go over the 2 hour limit, fine. But man, this is different. This is a game that it's just broken, dude, and unfinished, and they scammed us. They lied to us. I mean, just look at all these negative reviews, mostly negative. Are you kidding me, dude? I mean, just read all of these reviews. Look at all these reviews, man. This game reeks of mismanagement, not a lack of talent by the development team. Um, I ignored all of the initial reviews and actually enjoyed myself a fair bit, but I wouldn't recommend this game to anyone. I recommend they watch some gameplay and make up their own mind. Technically, the game runs great on my 5090 and Intel 9 Ultra, but DLSS and frame gen needed to be on to achieve solid FPS. This game reminds me of a B Studio PS2 action games. It's linear, there's not a whole lot of variety to the activities, and the story is largely forgettable, but it still provides dopamine kick. Listen, man. Uh, look, look. They they sold us the game that has no wheels, has no windows, has no engine, has no exhaust, has no brakes, has no trunk, has no hood, has no headlights, and they expect us to play this. Uh, Steam should give people a refund for those who want it. I mean, Steam should honestly. I mean, just Steam. Look at this. You don't want to give people refund? Really? You don't want to give people a refund? And look at this. Mostly negative. Dude. Look at this. You're not going to give people a refund for this? Everyone should get a refund. Do you want to know why? Because this is the same situation as Cyberpunk. So you gave refund to Cyberpunk situation, but you're not giving refund to this game. Why is this an exception? Why are you defending this game, Steam Valve? You know that this game is unfinished. You know that they scammed us, that they sold us a unfinished game. You should give people a refund. Simple as that. I just don't understand Steam. Why? I know they have rules, yeah, but this is a rule to the exception because they sold us a broken, unfinished game. Okay? This is called misleading a consumer. The last time I checked, it's illegal. It's against the law. You can't mislead a consumer, because when you mislead a consumer, that's a fraud. It's a act of fraud. You're committing a fraud, and that's illegal. Means that you're scamming us. It's a fraud and scam. You need to deliver on what you promised. What's inside the game needs to be there for us when we purchase it. We need to be able to play that. You know. I know some people say, oh, but you played it for 11 hours. So what? This is the exception to the rule, man. If I was the only guy that didn't like the game, okay, fine. But look at the amount of people that don't like it, man. And you're not going to give people a refund? Everyone should be able to get a refund who wants it. As simple as that. Because the game is broken and it's not finished. Simple as that, dude. Alright? People should get a refund for this. Are you trying to tell me that the day after should people get a refund for the day after? Right? I'm sure they did. They got the refund for the day after. Once the game was closed and lived only for like a few days. It's the same thing here. This is a exception to the rule. Because the game is unfinished and broken, and they sold us a unfinished, broken game. The last time I checked, that's against the law. You can't sell a product unfinished. Like, if someone was to, like, take a legal action here, most likely they would have won this case. And Steam would be forced to refund, you know, the money. I'm just simply saying this game is a rule to the exception. Like I said, if I was playing a let's say Doom the Dark Ages, and Doom the Dark Ages runs great, and if I was playing Doom the Dark Ages for 11 hours, and after 11 hours I decided, oh, I want to refund this, then yeah, I shouldn't be getting a refund, you know. But this is different. This is the exception to the rule. Okay? And again, I know you guys understand this, but don't expect a handful of fake account trolls to understand that. These individuals are trolls that don't even play video games, okay? They're just trolls. They're just sad, pathetic individuals. That's all they do. It's sit around in their little sad, pathetic, little basements, and that's all they do. So I know you guys know this, and everybody here would agree with me. Look at all these reviews. Everyone here who made these reviews would say, absolutely, this is the exception to the rule. Everyone should be able to get a refund if they choose to do so. And Steam should give people a refund, and they should look at this as an exception to the rule. Normally, of course, there are rules after 2 hours. You should know better. Fine. I understand. Duly noted. But this is the exception to the rule, all right? This right here, they should let people who choose to jump the ship from this nightmare of a game, they should be able to get their money back. From what I heard, Sony's doing it. You hear that, Valve? Sony's doing it, but you're not doing it? What's up with that? MINDSEYE's a disaster, plain and simple. This says it all right here. Listen, man, I mean, everybody knows. Even Digital Foundry says it's a disaster. Everybody says. I mean, just search MINDSEYE on the internet, and the first thing that will show up is the worst game of 2025. Unfinished product. I would call it the worst scam, or the biggest scam in video gaming history, next to the day after. I would put MINDSEYE right next to the day after, easily. Concord was, hallelujah, a wonderful game, a beautiful game, a polished, eye candy, working game that honestly didn't need to die. But Sony pulled the plug on it. That's on Sony, right? But Concord did not need to die. Okay. Anyway, so listen, this game is dead. All right. They can't even fix these technical issues, man. This game is just dead. It's just dead. It's in an ICU, intensive care unit. It's on a life support, and I don't know how long IO Interactive is going to keep that plug in. It's just a matter of days, or it's a matter of days before IO Interactive pulls the plug on this and they say, all right, forget it. Because Built a Rocket Boy cannot continue with this game without IO Interactive partner, without the investors. Okay, they already lost a bunch of money. And if they lose IO Interactive, who else is going to pick them up? Nobody. So that tells you they will have to go ahead and close this game. And then they're going to give us a refund. Because I can't see IO Interactive funding this failed project. And why would they? Why in their right mind would IO Interactive fund this project, this failed project? Like I said, this is on a life support. It's just a matter of days. It's a matter of days, honestly, till this game they pull the plug on it, because they won't be able to sustain themselves. They simply won't be able to, without the investors, the partners, without the funding. Simply, they won't be able to sustain themselves. Considering how much money they're losing on the refunds, people refunding the game. It's dead. This game is dead. That's all I need to say right now at this point. Forget the MINDSEYE. It's dead. Rest in peace. And that's it. Nothing else to say.